What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
Welcome back to another episode of Tucker and the Beard. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, your what's up, everybody? Woke me up. I knew it was coming too.
Wake up, Tucker.
I'm here. One of those things.
Get some housekeeping out of the way, real quick. We'll do the things.
Gotta clean up.
You know,
Bathrooms over there.
we appreciate. This isn't housekeeping, but because we really do appreciate everyone who's tuning in on a weekly basis.
It means a lot, and as we were kind of just discussing, not that we have some people, at our heels, but we just really do appreciate everybody kind of sticking with us. And
you guys have been along for the ride for over a year now, and we really do. We really appreciate it.
Helping it become a thing.
Want to give a quick shout out to our friends at Driggs Title.
Yes.
Here in Prescott, whom without them, we could not produce this podcast at the level that it's currently being produced.
They are behind the scenes and very much appreciated.
So our microphones and audio equipment are courtesy of Driggs Title.
Yes.
So we wanted to say thank you to them. And again, just thank you guys. We'll remind you again to, if you're on Facebook, like, share, comment. We really, it helps get the show in front of more people. If you're one of our listeners on iTunes or Google Play or Spotify,
what's up?
What's up? Rate and review. How you doing? Rate and review. Again, it helps the algorithms.
Yes.
And then for our folks on YouTube, subscribe, ring that bell, get those notifications.
Do it.
Be the first.
Now. Do it now.
So now that we've done that.
Oh, we should throw out a thing real quick that we found out recently, because we've hit a certain point that we have top fans now.
Yes. Yeah.
We
shout out to, I think it's John and Megan, who are definitely in the top fan categories.
Yeah, we've got a few. I'll have it up here in front of me. I should have. But thank you to all the top fans.
Yeah.
And to all the other fans. Keep liking and commenting.
Get on their level.
So you can be.
That's right. You can be a top fan.
So, yeah. We'll have to recognize those top fans.
Maybe
we'll do a little thing.
Maybe right here, if you're watching the video, right here. We'll put their names on the screen.
Maybe.
And that's if I remember to when I'm editing all of this in post.
That's so. I was giving you the back door.
You're like, maybe. I will really, really try to remember to add that in post.
Yes. And real quick, to throw a little thing in there, we have kind of a little live in-person thing on the 15th that if people wanted to stop by,
it's true.
A little open house.
It's true. You got an open house?
We'll call it an event.
Yeah, it is an event.
Because we're doing going to be there, right? Exactly.
And that makes it a thing.
So, I want to say, if you want to stop by and see us in person,
if
you care to do that thing.
I was thinking maybe we should, one of these open houses, we'll do a live podcast.
That's what I'm thinking.
Type of a thing from it.
Do
some bonus content. Some bonus content.
So stop by, say, hey, maybe you'll be on the thing.
You never know. We'll have cameras rolling during the open house for some other video projects that we're working on. So anyway,
do that thing.
No one tuned in to listen to this.
No one?
No one. So let's get into it.
Okay.
The Clash of the Titans.
I know. We've got a big week.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
Today is Tuesday the 12th.
Yes. That is the day we were recording.
For us. Which is the release day of Disney Plus.
Yes.
Streaming services. Which we'll kind of get into. And then the original kind of disclaimer, the original idea of this week was Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, we were going to do a deep dive on it, but here's the problem with Apple TV Plus. There's not a lot to dive into. 9 original series or shows.
That's not my problem with it.
One of us doesn't use any Apple products, which makes viewing Apple TV Plus a little bit of a problem.
Right.
A challenge. It was a challenge.
I thought because, my main streaming and gaming product is a PlayStation. And
that it would be available.
I thought that it would be available to that. No, it is not available. It is not available on my phone.
It's not.
Like a Dr. Seuss book. I did not watch it on my TV. I did not watch it on my computer. I did not watch it on my phone.
That was the only place you could have watched it. Apparently, it was in the browser of your PC.
Of my PC. I did not get to that point, but it was looking it up, trying to figure out what I was doing wrong, and it was just the fact that I cannot do that thing so easily. Maybe one day it will be available on my Samsung phone.
Well, I think I read that they have plans to release apps for competing products, such as Android devices.
Yes. But it makes for good.
And in the meantime,
knowledge.
the only place, if you are a PC user and you don't have an iPhone or an iPad, the only place you can watch Apple TV Plus is in your Google Chrome browser, your Safari browser, which you can download for PC, or your Firefox browser. For those of you who are just so
itching,
desperately stuck in the Stone Age that you're still using Microsoft Internet Explorer, you're out of luck.
Right. Well, and it's kind
of rightly so.
My point of it is
stop using Internet
What
Explorer.
Links that I have to go to be able to watch, subscribe, because I was going to do the 7-day trial and kind of check it out for free.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get to that point, but it's at what lengths. Listen, I went a couple steps. I went as many steps as I could just due to the show. If it wasn't for this,
insert the Bart Simpson meme of him throwing away the cake.
Yeah, like
at least you tried.
At least I tried.
You did
for the sake, but it got me thinking of if it was just me checking it out, I would have probably lost interest a whole lot sooner.
Yeah,
because it's like, really, I have to do a lot of things before I'm even able to watch the shows. But you were able to fairly easily because you are an Apple user.
Yeah, my entire device ecosystem is Apple,
which is super cool. That's
how we're recording the podcast right now.
Yeah,
and it's my phone. I have a tablet. Yeah,
I give it its dues, but
we'll get you on the right team soon.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. Yeah. I have other things that I can do before then. But you were able to actually get on there and watch some shows and check it out. And
yeah, so
what's your
right out of the gate, we have 9 original titles.
To include what else?
There's more coming. Yeah. But right out of the gate, there's 9 original titles. There's Dickinson, For All Mankind, Ghost Rider, which is a reboot of the old PBS show, I think, or Nickelodeon. I don't remember.
It was PBS.
It was PBS. Helpsters, which is kind of not a spin-off of Sesame Street, but it's made by the same people who make Sesame Street.
Okay.
Oprah's Book Club.
Count me in.
Right.
Hold on. I gotta get
a million little pieces.
I gotta get it now.
C, which starring Jason Momoa. I can dive. I've watched some of the content. Obviously, I didn't have time to dive into much of the content. It
looks like one of those shows that's either really cool or not great.
So
there's not like a middle.
I really try to never judge a brand new series based on its first episode.
Mm-hmm.
I want to, it's like Breaking Bad. If you just watched the first episode of Breaking Bad and then walked away from it,
mm-hmm.
I understand.
Right.
You got to get like 5 episodes in before you're really like, oh, snap.
Or like Stranger Things. I think we had discussed that and you were like, I watched the first one and it's not. I'm like,
Stranger Things was a different thing because you had to, not only did you have to commit to watching, 4 or 5 episodes, but you had to commit to like devotedly paying attention to everything that was happening.
Right.
It was not something you could watch while you were doing other stuff.
Right.
And I think that was my problem. The first couple of attempts was like I wasn't really diving in.
Right, but kind of like what you're kind of explaining of it's got to be one of those shows of all right, let's give it a shot.
Let me see what it's got. I'll watch a few more episodes. Snoopy in Space. My kids burned through that one.
Okay.
It's classic Peanuts. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
The morning show.
Which looks interesting. I know it's got your personal favorite, Jennifer Aniston.
Well, you know, she's such a titan of cinema.
Which, I mean, one of I'll say our executive producers did kind of pull me aside and be like, you know what? It's a little out of the Friends cast. She is one that is a little bit more relevant than possibly the others. But still.
Sure. I'm not saying that she's not.
It's just rough.
Yeah.
She did some fighting words.
Listen, if you're the best dot in a box of dots,
wow,
you still suck.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying.
Listen, I've heard you compare Jennifer Aniston to a few things.
Sure.
A dot in a box of dots I think your other one is comparing to a house.
Yeah, but people that's not as common of language.
Exactly.
We understand my comparison.
That she's just not gonna praise.
Yeah. But some might not fully understand that.
A box of dot, yeah.
She is the best dot in the box of dots.
Okay. Well played.
Okay, she's the king of the Tootsie Pops.
King of the Tootsie Pops.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, no.
She's the one soft Tootsie Roll in the bottom of your trick-or-treat bag.
Dang. No. At least it's not like the vanilla ones. Those vanilla ones
Those are good.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Listen, the fruit-flavored, like the anything but chocolate-flavored Tootsie Rolls, they're not even in the same category.
No. Vanilla Tootsie Rolls? Wow.
As a young man.
Not to completely
derail our conversation. That's fine.
Because
we switched to a camera that doesn't give us a strict 30-minute time limit. We're going to still try and respect both your time and ours, by the way. I'm fourth wall breaking now.
Yeah.
We're going to try and still respect both of our times and keep it to around 30 minutes. But the reason we were so tight on 30 minutes up until now is we were using a DSLR camera to record these episodes, and that DSLR camera had a strict 30-minute recording limit.
It didn't have time for our
It did not have time for our crap. So, but yeah, they're a whole different category of candy altogether, I think. As a young man, I had a job at Peter Piper Pizza.
Yes. Oh,
and so for those who are listening who may not live in the Western United States and have never experienced a Peter Piper Pizza,
it's like a Chuck E. Cheese,
but better because there's no creepy rats running around.
Okay. Like, are you talking about like actual rats or guys in costumes dressed as rats?
The second one. Okay. But still.
All right. I just didn't know if you were like
whoever decided to combine a food place
with a rat
mascot. Well, I mean, listen, it's worked, so maybe obviously I'm a little wrong here, but to me, it just never really worked out.
Well, they were probably trying to get something out of the Disney.
Oh, I'm sure they were trying to play off of Mickey Mouse, but they went full rat.
Segue. Do you see what I did there?
I did. I see it.
Bringing it back.
To King Mickey.
I only checked out a little bit of it so far this morning.
Well, first of all, it is now 1:28 in the afternoon.
Yes.
On November the 12th.
Yes.
And Disney Plus has been out for 13 hours and 28 minutes. So I hope everyone will forgive us for not consuming
the whole entire thing with
days worth of content here.
Well, because the problem was at this point for both of us, and we are not sitting here trying to get on Disney Plus at this moment, but this morning when I attempted to, it was met with some resistance.
Yes.
I was able one of my devices in the house. I was able to sign in and do everything I need to do and get a pretty good idea of what I was. The doors of the door of the house, and there's Oz kind of. I was able to see it. I was like,
I can see it.
What is going on?
I can't touch it yet.
Yes, on my, and that was on my Fire Stick,
which again was only approved as a device. Amazon device was only approved right? like 2 days prior to launch.
But on my PlayStation, I was not able to get signed in or everything. It just came up with a placeholder with a nice little picture of Mickey walking Pluto, and was so pretty much the servers got wrecked.
I had a slightly better experience. Mm-hmm. I can't say that it's simply because of my use of Apple devices, but everything that I attempted up until earlier today. So I have everything again that I use is Apple. Mm-hmm. It was not available in the App Store on my phone.
Okay.
My toddler crawled into my bed this morning at about, 4:30.
Sweet.
And promptly, as toddlers do, kicked me in the face.
Yes.
So I was awoken earlier than I like to.
Yeah. You got a foot to the face.
And so I decided, well, I'm up. Let's check it out. Let's dive into it. Let's see if I can. And again, was immediately met with some resistance. It was not available in the App Store on my iPhone.
Okay.
However, I went and grabbed my iPad, and it was available in the App Store there. And because of the beautiful unified ecosystem that is Apple Everything, it then propagated the app to both my iPhone and my Apple TV.
Nice. Look at you using words like propagated.
Right?
Fantastic.
So it was, and so I was immediately, I was like, something feels fishy here. And I was right. Somehow, some way, Disney failed to anticipate the demand of its own product.
Yeah. I was seeing stuff on social media. People were at like 12:01. They were trying. There was people waiting at the gates. And I don't think the Disney servers were prepared.
No.
For the amount of people. So I think, I'm saying next week on this, and we can talk about it a little bit.
I can tell you right now that
we got a
by
game changer.
About 10 o'clock, maybe 11 o'clock, our local time here in Arizona, they had most of the server issues cleared up.
And I figured, I was on at, 5:30, 6 o'clock.
So by the time I opened my eyes and actually was trying to mess with it, it was probably about 7 a.m. Eastern time.
Right.
So it was 5 o'clock in the morning here. And so you had a lot of people.
Right.
Trying to hop on that.
Yeah.
And it was way overloaded.
Yeah. Listen, from what I saw of Oz when I opened up, wow.
Yeah.
I was able to kind of cycle through and
they should make Apple change the name of their service because only one is the real plus.
Yeah, it's definitely a game changer. I woke my kids up with the Lion King cartoon just because I could.
Of course.
Listen, if you can stream it like that, but just all the different movies and stuff. Listen, they had me at heavyweights.
Movies that have never been available to stream.
That movie's in my top 5. Of
course.
And immediately it was
it's also in mine.
Right? Yeah. I was like, oh, they got heavyweights.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's stuff from my childhood to current movies that,
Lady in the Brave right now.
Lady and the Tramp was
the new one.
Yeah.
That's a brand new quote unquote live action movie.
And that's not even a movie theater movie. That's just here's Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But there was Captain Marvel, there's Avengers, there's Star Wars.
Yeah, they're about 5 films short of the entire MCU.
Yeah, and
because there's some of the films that are still locked up in
with Netflix,
Netflix and all of that. So we've got that going on.
And you had time to sit down. I'm not entirely happy with you about it, but I get it at the same time. You have seen the first episode of Mandalorian Star Wars.
I have. So I was able to watch over the course of the morning.
Which by the time you guys watch this, I will have watched it.
So I was able to watch the first episode of The Mandalorian. Mm-hmm. I was able to watch one episode. If y'all haven't ever watched Phineas and Ferb,
it's fantastic.
It is one of the greatest children's cartoons that has ever been created.
They hit on something that I wish more cartoons and stuff did. They aimed it towards the fact that adults are going to be sitting here watching. Yeah. I got in.
But they didn't make it dirty.
No.
Because a lot of times they throw like these low-key dirty jokes in there. They didn't.
Never once happened. Yeah.
And so that I thought was awesome. And it just so happens that, and I didn't even know about this until today, that Phineas and Ferb did a crossover hour-long special with the Avengers.
I remember seeing something kind of about it, but I don't remember anything. Speaking of cartoons, though, and kind of thing, my son is excited, and I'm kind of excited for him, that he's going to be checking out some Simpsons. Like, there's 30
seasons.
30 seasons of The Simpsons.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like, that's just nuts to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he's going to be checking that out, and because he's never caught it from the beginning. You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I was scrolling through just, wait a minute. They have the Vault section from the Vault.
Yeah. I've got the homepage open.
Sword in the
right
Stone.
Here.
It was Jungle Book. It was Lion King. It was everything.
Everything. I mean, again, basically anything that's not tied up in a streaming license with another provider, they've got it here.
Right. My wife was sitting there telling me she read that if you put something like in your list, if you save stuff to your list, it doesn't go away.
Ever.
You
can download everything that's in this service can be downloaded to your mobile devices on up to 10 mobile devices. 10 devices can be running 10 different streams on any one account.
It's nuts.
That's unheard of.
Yeah.
Even Netflix allows you to download content, which is great, but it limits you to, I think it's 4 devices.
Right. You can't.
So I've got 4 kids.
Yeah.
And so if we're taking a trip or something and we want to let them have something to watch while we're driving around.
Right.
Okay, well, then we got to take
watching?
downloads off of another. So Disney Plus has gotten rid of all of that.
They have upped the game.
They have.
So I mean,
plus, and then we haven't even touched on the National Geographic content.
And I didn't wrongfully so. I think I glanced over that in the big old scheme of things, Disney Plus wise. I just didn't even. There's so much National Geographic stuff, which I am a huge fan of National Geographic. I could sit there and
they've got I'm clicking. See, and right now I'm able to go through their menus and everything pretty seamlessly. It was pretty clunky this morning. It was rough, but you can tell that someone got on top of the situation as quickly as they could.
Here we go.
They added server capacity almost instantly. Which is, again, something that you can only do if you're freaking Disney.
Right. It's just like, hey, we got an issue. Done.
And then I went to the gym this morning, and while I was doing some stuff, watched the first episode of The World According to Jeff Goldblum.
That looks super awesome.
And all it did was reaffirm my thoughts that Jeff Goldblum is a national treasure.
Now, we were just kind of talking a little bit about it beforehand, and we can't find any. I'll just do the like not breaking news because we're trying to get to this thing of it. I had read somewhere that there was some controversy, but we can't find anything to.
Well, there is. He said that he didn't think that Woody Allen was such a bad guy, and that if given the opportunity, he would work with him again.
Which, out of all things that you're going to say about Woody Allen, that's not the worst thing, but he got backlash because Woody Allen
is a creep.
Yeah, is just a creepy dude that has done some things.
Creepy things.
Yeah, it's not okay by
listen.
any standards.
Do I think that Woody Allen is a high quality human being? No. Did he make some very interesting and thought provoking films? Yes.
Yeah.
That doesn't excuse him from being a creep.
Right.
However, Jeff Goldblum saying that I'd work with him again.
Yeah.
Doesn't warrant Jeff Goldblum being what we're saying in today's day and age as quote unquote canceled.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and I agree because I had read something about, and maybe it was just conversation. What I had read is because after those statements, his show had been canceled. But I've not seen anything confirming.
Yeah, I have not seen any confirmation of that.
So stay tuned.
I saw somebody post on Twitter saying, "I wonder how long it will be before Disney cuts ties with Jeff Goldblum."
Yeah, and I think
maybe
Disney's
they will. Maybe they won't.
Here.
Yeah,
look at all this cool stuff, and it'll wash itself.
There's other problematic stuff and other Disney stuff as well, and the only thing that they've actually canceled so far is Song of the South.
Yeah, which
find a copy of that anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're low on cash,
I had an old record.
Yeah, if you're low on cash and you have an old VHS copy of that bad boy, you could probably get some coin for it.
Yeah. So, dig in your vaults.
Yeah. But I mean, it's got so much stuff.
Yeah.
So much, and stuff that for some reason I don't know why, but didn't expect to be there.
Yeah,
like Avatar.
Yeah,
or as it's should rightly be titled, Fern Gully 2.
Yes, which there was a Fern Gully. Yeah. Fern Gully 2.0.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't want to pull that string on me, but yes, no, it's.
They're missing episode 8 of the Star Wars saga.
Okay.
Because
that's
again, I think that's still on Netflix.
Yeah.
So there's some things that are missing, but as soon as those contracts are over,
it'll be there.
It'll be there.
It'll be there.
So the real question that I have is, what does this do to Netflix?
I will say it again. I don't think that it is. I made the joke before that Netflix is about to become Crackle. I don't think it's going to be that far because I think Netflix is still in the fight. I thought that they were going to be in third place, but Apple
currently
TV,
they're still in second.
They're in second.
Yeah.
Within the last, like you said, 13 hours, they got quickly put in second place.
Yeah, because of, and I still think that Apple has a huge dog in this fight. Don't get me wrong.
And I'm not going to disagree. I think right now that they're in third place.
I think they're still behind Hulu.
Okay, so you're giving them fourth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I still think that Hulu.
I was trying to be nice
especially at its bundle price now with Disney.
Oh yeah,
because you can get Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus for $13 a month.
Yeah, I was gonna say $13. Yeah,
and that's an incredible value.
Yeah,
and if you happen to be a Verizon Wireless unlimited plan subscriber, go into your account, go into the extras, I believe, and then link your Verizon account to your Disney Plus account, and the first year's on Verizon.
Boom.
And that's huge.
Yeah.
It's not that expensive, first of all. $7 a month for the regular subscription. Or $70 a year if you pay for the year in advance.
Yeah, which that's what I did. I was just like, I know
what
I'm stepping into.
I was gonna,
right,
but then I didn't.
And you
have
will
to.
Later.
Yeah, I will eventually.
Sure. Yeah.
But
game changer.
Disney's not a sponsor. Disney didn't pay us any, nor would they. They don't have to. It's the same reason that Apple rarely does promotional things. Because they just simply don't need to.
Well, and it's one of those things like, listen, if I would have got on there this morning and it was garbage, That's literally what I'd be here saying, that it was garbage. And I didn't even get to dive into it as much as you did because of server issues and, it was...
I was able to do some things from home this morning, and
I was off dropping kids off at school and working.
I don't do that thing. The dropping kids off at school.
I got you. You're always working.
So, but yeah, I mean, there's a ton of content, even at its $6.99 per month price.
It's worth it.
Insanely worth it. There is literally more content than you could ever hope to watch.
Yeah.
On this platform.
Oh, I was every single thing. I was like, oh, that's on here. Oh, that's on here.
Yeah.
And my youngest child got into. I quickly put it on some old school Mickey Mouse cartoons that were on there, and she got in.
Yeah, and it was
like from the 1930s.
And there's
cartoon. And she was all in.
Again, let's go apples to apples here. Nice. Okay? We've got 9 pieces of original content available on Apple TV Plus, and no aggregation.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
On day 1, Disney one-ups them. They got 3, 6, 9. They got 12.
12 original?
12 pieces of original content available on day 1.
I saw that there's original movies and shows. And
we've got The Mandalorian, Lady and the Tramp, High School Musical, the series, a movie called Noelle with Anna Kendrick, a show called Encore with Kristen Bell, who is the new America's Sweetheart.
Okay.
The World According to Jeff Goldblum, The Marvel Hero Project, The Imagineering Story.
Yeah.
Forky Asks a Question, so diving into the Toy Story 4.
Which my youngest is like bugging out about. Huge Toy Story fan.
Yeah. Pixar in Real Life, Spark Shorts, and Disney Family Sundays. So those are all being billed as originals for the platform. So even on day 1, Disney has more original content, and then you dive into the back catalog, and it's not a competition.
No, it's at this point.
And I don't think I don't think Apple thinks that it is.
Right. It's just like stand by. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got its own stuff coming, but it's
but I mean,
talking about day 1 content, Disney kind of took it.
Listen, if you don't own a single DVD or Blu-ray of the Star Wars saga, you can still stream the entire cinematic saga from beginning till right. If you have a Netflix subscription,
right,
and Disney Plus,
till the last one,
you can watch all 8 of those movies.
Yeah.
Leading up to.
Do they have the Ewok Adventure?
They do not.
Oh my gosh!
I don't think.
Lost some credit.
Maybe
that's such a one-off.
I am so excited to get your take on episode 1 of The Mandalorian.
That is what I will be doing.
And I think that's because by the time this airs, or by the time we record our next episode, the first 2, maybe 3 episodes. That was one thing I was kind of surprised is that they serialized these.
I'm all about it though. Because
they're not just dumping everything and letting you catch up.
It's kind of exciting me because I was talking about it the other night with my wife, that there's so many shows that we have that we watch or whatever that we just binge. And it's just a binge type of world where it's just, hey, the whole Stranger Things came out. Okay, I'm going to watch all of the episodes.
Yeah, what are you doing this weekend? I'm watching the entire 3rd season.
So it's something I've kind of missed.
And then we complain that we're bored when the shows that we like are over.
I miss the day and age where we used to have to wait for things.
Yeah.
Or the fact
back when we were kids, if you wanted to watch this week's episode of Full House,
it's then or never.
You were at home on Friday night at 8/7 Central
to watch some TGIF, and guess what? And if you missed it, you missed it.
Yeah, there was no DVRs. The TiVo had not been invented yet.
Yeah,
you couldn't pause or skip commercials.
Right.
You were there.
You're running to the bathroom,
or you were doing something else.
You're running to the bathroom during the commercial, and you're getting back to catch it. Or
as much as I hate commercials, I do kind of miss the occasional commercial break.
Right.
Because you're like, I'd like to run to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
However,
yeah,
the show will not stop because even the Hulu subscription that I have, I subscribe to the ad-free version.
Right.
So there are no commercial breaks in my life.
Right,
I don't listen to traditional radio. I listen to podcasts or Spotify.
Well, it happened with Silicon Valley. Was watching the new episode because we had binged all the other episodes, but the new episode was coming up. Guess what? You can't pause it. And there's no commercial breaks.
No.
So, and that's not like, the kid-friendliest of shows. So it's like, hey, we're sitting there watching it, and the kids are more like, hey, hold on.
Yeah. Get them out of here.
Show's almost done.
Yeah.
Hold up. Yeah, a lot of new, exciting, fun stuff.
Confirmed the Ewok adventure is not here.
Dang it. What in the Wicket Warwick is that about?
Yeah.
You don't get that reference.
I do and I don't.
Listen, as I was explaining my Star Wars thing the other day during coffee meeting, I was like, listen, I can't fully open that Star Wars door.
Sure.
Because I dropped some knowledge and they're just like, oh, you're that guy.
It went there.
I'm sorry.
I apologize.
I closed that door again.
I'm ashamed.
Like, Star Wars is cool. Yeah.
And Star Wars is cool.
No,
I just have never been as into it as you apparently are.
And vice versa, I would say, is like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
You could drop some knowledge on me as far as Harry Potter, and you have. So between Harry Potter and Star Wars, we got this thing covered.
We've got all the nerds covered. I don't think either of us are big Lord of the Rings fans, are we?
I enjoy them, but they're not. I haven't seen the new ones.
If I was given the opportunity to choose between watching Star Wars or watching Lord of the Rings, I guarantee you. No, I'm saying from the more casual standpoint.
Right.
I guarantee you I would watch Star Wars instead.
Yeah, I saw it the other day.
I assume you would probably watch Harry Potter before you watched Lord of the Rings.
Not that I hated them by any means, but listen, to quote the late and great, not the late and great, but the great Kevin Smith.
I was like, he died?
I know, but I was just, because that normally is just the late and great. Movies are just about walking. A whole lot of walking.
Yep. But
anyways,
all right.
I don't know where we're at, but
it's time to go.
Let's do that.
That's it for today.
Stay tuned next week for more.
Yeah, we're going to do a deeper dive into some of this content. Again, I've watched a little bit from both.
Yeah.
And
I'm getting there.
But I think next week we're going to cover The Mandalorian. Yeah. The first 2 episodes a little bit more in depth.
We get to talk Star Wars?
We do. And we'll hit on a couple of the other things. I am super excited for the MCU original content that's going to come out on this platform. There's a lot to enjoy here. So
stay tuned.
We're going to do a deeper dive into, again, both of the platforms and some of the original content that they have out.
Yeah.
Next week. This week we decided to put them head to head.
Because there wasn't a whole lot to talk about Apple TV wise.
There really wasn't. So anyway, thanks again for listening, watching, subscribing, liking, commenting.
All those things.
All the things. We really, really appreciate it. Yeah, that's going to be it.
Cool.
Until next time, he's Tucker.
He's the Beard.
And we are out.